Taehyung shared a video on his Instagram showing the entire group BTS practicing their new dance moves. They were all very happy and laughing while rehearsing, showing that they have a lot of fun even while working hard for their upcoming comeback. With only 9 days left until they release their new music, the video clearly shows the energy they have to demonstrate why they are still the best in K-pop. The group was in their practice room, dressed comfortably and without a care in the world other than enjoying the moment together. At one point in the video, Jungkook can be clearly seen approaching Taehyung and touching his armpit. Taehyung reacted, showing how comfortable he is with Jungkook. This spontaneous action demonstrates the trust between them, something that seems natural when they are together. Afterward, they stood very close, their heads touching as if sharing a secret amid laughter. This closeness is characteristic of Taehyung and Jungkook, who always show this special connection when they are together. What follows in the video is very special because Taehyung and Jungkook kept their heads together for several seconds, even as the other members approached them. While the rest of the group created a fun atmosphere with jokes and games, Taehyung remained in his own world, sharing that intimate moment despite the chaos around him. This image of them with their foreheads touching has become very well known among the group's fans, as it represents the unique connection they share. They didn't need to say anything, just remain together, demonstrating the comfort they feel with each other. This behavior isn't new for Taehyung and Jungkook, who have shown a special relationship over the years. Since their beginnings in BTS, they have always displayed gestures of closeness that set them apart from the rest of the group. In concerts, interviews, and personal videos, they can be seen constantly seeking each other's company, exchanging glances, and showing affection naturally. This recent video only confirms what many already noticed, that their relationship goes beyond a simple friendship between bandmates. It's something deeper and more constant. As the days go by and BTS's comeback draws nearer, these small moments that Taehyung and Jungkook share on their social media become even more meaningful. Every picture or video they post demonstrates that their relationship remains as strong as ever, regardless of time or circumstances. For those who admire TaeKook, these details are very important because they showcase the authenticity of their bond. These aren't staged moments for the cameras, but spontaneous actions that reveal the truth of their feelings and the connection they have for one another. The video Taehyung shared becomes further proof that the love between Taehyung and Jungkook is real and lasting. These kinds of moments, though they may seem simple, actually demonstrate the strength of their relationship and the comfort they feel together. Seeing them so close and happy makes it clear that what they have is special, something that needs no words or explanations to be understood by those who closely observe their interactions. Taehyung and Jungkook have a special way of showing their affection, evident in every glance they exchange and every smile they share. When they look at each other, their eyes shine in a way that reveals how much they care for one another, and their smiles are so broad and genuine they light up the room. These small gestures demonstrate how close they are to each other and how comfortable they feel in each other's company. Beyond these glances and smiles, there are also moments when they both express tenderness through their words and reactions, evoking a special and warm emotion in those who witness them, thanks to the beautiful way they treat each other. Many have already noticed something remarkable: Taehyung's reaction when Jungkook asked him if he snored at night, a very personal question that only someone very close would dare to ask. This moment is reminiscent of when Taehyung asked Jungkook for a kiss in front of everyone, a very direct request that surprised many with its boldness. On that occasion, Jungkook reacted by feigning innocence, as if he didn't understand what Taehyung was asking, but his eyes sparkled and his smile was difficult to suppress, showing that he did understand perfectly and that he liked the idea. Taehyung, for his part, looked at Jungkook, awaiting his response with an expression that clearly revealed what he was thinking. The way Taehyung looked at Jungkook at that moment showed that his thoughts were not innocent at all, rather, he was expecting a special reaction from him. The situation became so obvious that even Jimin had to intervene to remind them that they were being recorded live and that everyone could see them. This shows how Taehyung and Jungkook sometimes forget everything around them when they are together, focusing solely on each other. This ability to isolate themselves in their own world is something that characterizes their relationship and makes them different when they interact in front of the cameras or with other people. I also recall another moment when Taehyung's reaction was incredibly genuine and surprising when Jungkook mentioned that he doesn't sing in the shower. His face showed true astonishment, as if he were discovering something new about his friend. This reaction immediately reminded me of the same surprised expression Jungkook had when Taehyung said he hadn't drunk alcohol in the past 2 months because of his concert in Busan. Both reactions were so natural and spontaneous that they demonstrated that, even though they know each other very well, there are still new things they learn from one another, which makes their relationship even more special and authentic. These two moments are so tender because they show how Taehyung and Jungkook communicate with each other, with affectionate conversations and glances that convey love without words. Their eyes light up when they're together, and their smiles are bigger and more genuine when they share a moment alone, even when surrounded by people. These special interactions make the other members of the group and those of us watching feel like we're witnessing something very private, as if we're seeing scenes from the lives of two people who love each other deeply and share their own world. From the first moment you see Taehyung and Jungkook together, there's something about the way they interact that stands out. It's not a grand gesture or a complicated scene. It's small details that appear while they talk, while they walk, or simply when they share the same space. Taehyung often looks at Jungkook calmly, like someone who's used to recognizing each other's every expression. Jungkook responds in a very similar way, with a relaxed smile that appears almost immediately. This way of meeting each other's eyes is repeated many times. Even when there are other people around, they seem to notice each other's presence first. This habit creates a close atmosphere between them, as if their attention always returns to the same point. As time passes, these simple gestures begin to reveal something important: a relationship full of familiarity and trust exists between them. When you observe them more closely, the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook feels very ordinary. The way they talk to each other is reminiscent of two people who share many moments of their daily lives. Jungkook tends to react quickly when Taehyung says something, whether with a soft laugh or an immediate response. Taehyung also pays attention to Jungkook when he speaks, leaning slightly toward him or maintaining eye contact while listening. These are simple actions, but they convey closeness. This is also evident in the questions they ask each other, questions that seem to arise from a habit of relaxed conversation. In these moments, the relationship appears comfortable, without tension. The conversation flows naturally, and both seem relaxed while sharing the same space. This comfort reflects a bond that has grown over time. The body language between Taehyung and Jungkook also shows very clear signs of closeness. They often move closer without realizing it while talking. At other times, they touch each other's arms or shoulders naturally, as part of a conversation. These gestures occur seamlessly and are part of their way of interacting. When one of them makes a joke, the other responds with an immediate smile. This quick reaction shows that they share the same sense of humor. Even when they aren't speaking directly, their gestures seem to connect. Sometimes a brief glance is all it takes for them both to smile at the same time. This synchronicity creates a sense of complicity that's easy to recognize. With every small movement, it's clear they feel comfortable in each other's company. Another striking moment is when they both start laughing together or spontaneously moving to music. It doesn't seem rehearsed or complicated. It simply happens as they share the same moment. Jungkook might start moving to the rhythm of the music, and Taehyung responds with the same energy. The scene is filled with joy because they both react in similar ways. This synchronization of their gestures shows how much they enjoy sharing these moments. Their laughter erupts simultaneously and lasts for several seconds. This shared joy becomes one of the most visible elements of their relationship. When they are close, the atmosphere tends to become lighter and more relaxed. This feeling is repeated often and reinforces the image of a genuine connection. The trust between Taehyung and Jungkook is also reflected in how they support each other during quiet moments. If one says something, the other listens attentively. If one laughs, the other responds with the same energy. This constant communication creates a very stable dynamic between them. They don't need to explain much about what they feel because their gestures clearly show it. Sometimes a look or a smile is enough to understand what the other means. This way of communicating is built over time and through many shared moments. That's why their relationship feels so natural when they are together. Every little gesture seems to be part of a routine they both know very well. That trust makes their interaction feel close and genuine.